Hello everyone, welcome to Pick Up Play. As usual, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I thought I might try doing, I miss doing reviews. I used to do reviews for a website and I miss doing them, and so I'm going to try and do something a little, I don't know, I guess this video of me playing it, but I'm going to spice in some footage when I want to talk about specific things. It may or may not work. I just want to try a different format. So this is Sociable Soccer 24, which if you're British and of a certain age, you will probably remember Sensible Soccer and Sensible World of Soccer. I love that. I love that game, that series, and it was very, very arcadey. It's the time sort of it was Kick-Off and FIFA. Oh, do you know what? If you're watching this, you know what it is. So this Sociable Soccer, my memory of it is that it started out as a. Let's go to Korea while I'm talking. I'm a United fan, so I'm playing as Manchester Reds. Okay, we need to play Gillingham. So while we're on this screen, so Club Clash. What this does, I think it's a bit unfair for Gillingham fans. This guy Nathan in particular. So. You have to be online. This is the first thing. That is something they're patching apparently, and I think the reason why I could live without it, to be honest, is it then pulls data from users. So I suspect there's people out there who have played me, and with the team as I've got it set up. I don't imagine there's a lot of Gillingham fans playing this game. I might be wrong, but I suspect. So. Yeah, I'm playing him, and you get these club clashes as you go through the career, and it's how many times Manchester United, or the people who play as Manchester United, have, or Manchester Reds or whatever, have beaten, I've thought that past that, beaten Gillingham, which if you're playing against, like, Barcelona, yeah, maybe. I'm going to say Barcelona, but I don't know how popular SWOS is in Spain, or Sensi is in Spain, and so I don't know how popular this is. Maybe it's really popular. I don't know. But yeah, so if Nathan is the only person playing as Gillingham, it feels to me like he's going to lose more games than we're. Not that he's actually playing as them. Just that he, there's not going to be that wealth of quality, and if he's only halfway through the game or whatever, then Jesus, that was a bad pass. There we go, a bit better. You don't really get anything for it. I'm vice captain of something as well, and I think it's related to that. But so I've messed with my team a little bit, but we'll get to that. So yeah, you see these cards pop up, and as you progress through the career, you're unlocking cards, and you'll see at the end of the game, because I'll get some points for this. It's where I have sort of an issue with this game. It's very arcadey. I got it quite cheap. It's not that cheap on Steam, but you can get it cheap on like CD keys or something like that. And it's quite fun. I think the first time I encountered this sort of thing was the Wii version of was it called Pro? I think it was Pro Evo back then. I think I might be wrong. And you it was the one where you sort of use the Wii pointer and you sort of drag players to like make through balls or to make runs and stuff like that. So you could get your winger to sort of make a run into the centre or something, then play through ball through to him. It was really, really clever. It was really good. Michael Owen was on the cover of it in his Newcastle top, so yeah, no one liked that cover. And the career mode in that, because they didn't have all the licenses, or they didn't bother putting all the licenses in, whichever way you want to look at it, it was a case of if you won, you got a player from another team or something like that. You got to pick one, or maybe you didn't get to pick their player, but it, oh dear me. But that was kind of how it worked, and it was quite interesting. I really liked it. It was just one of those games, though, where you you put it down for a second and you've already forgotten how to play it properly. This is a bit more of a procession than I was expecting it to be. I apologise, but he is he's quite far down in terms of his points. He's at 523. I'm on 878, and it's all based on how good the players in your team are. Well, next time the ball goes out of play, we'll make some changes. Let's give it to him. I've completely forgotten what I was going to talk about. I've been enjoying this, but the career mode. So we'll get to this a bit more detail after I get out of this match. But make a sub now. So you so you get these cards and everyone's got points and you can kind of level them up, but you're really, really restricted in how you can level them up. And it's basically two ways. It's getting a Man of the Match award, and it's by sacrificing another player who plays in the same position. I think technically if they play, if they're from the same nation, or if they in real life play on the same team, but that doesn't seem to work. So I've got Ahmad here, Diallo. I've got Bernardo Silva on loan, so at the start of every season you get a loan in the career mode, I should say, which is great, and early on is really beneficial. But Ahmad's skill ceiling, while he's only at 62 at the minute, you see it on his card, but 65 because he's been played in the correct position, whereas as you see Shola Shorte, he's not getting the bump that Bustos is getting. Because he's a right forward, and so I'd need to play him in a sort of 4-3-3. But I've gone for 4-4-2 in 2, and but I'm still playing with these wingers. I could just quite easily change this, but I don't want to. My midfielders are getting a bit tired though, so I'm gonna just change them. If they were properly exhausted, you would see where they've got a tick. You would see like an X or something. So we'll put him in here because he's the quick one. This guy, his shot thing must be really high because he scores when he comes on more or less all the time. Should we change? Let's change Bustos. We're comfortable. We're doing all right. So I'm playing in this camera mode, and there's plenty of others, and this is where I'm going to test out my my plan for editing stuff. But there's different camera modes and splicing a couple, but it sort of defaults to a side one, which is alright actually, but it makes the players look massive on the pitch, and then it's actually, I think short here should come off. I think that's that sort of colour, but oh well. You get an achievement for playing in, I think it's camera mode 2, which is what they say Sensible played as. I feel the one I'm on, I think, is camera mode 5, and that sort of overhead is more how I feel it. You see how it pops up with a good game there. I could do the same with there you go, unlucky. So it's that sort of social stuff, and that's what I don't know if it tracks that. And it's like if I'm a prick and start being, sending sarcastic stuff and that, whether that carries on, like a driver tar for thingy. But you see, this is what I mean. The Gillingham clan are getting battered, and I think it's really unfair because maybe 2 Gillingham fans, whereas there's probably people like right at the best teams playing United, and it seems to feed me United players through when you get to the equivalent of the FA Cup, which is it's called winning streak. And okay, so you see Wayne Hennessy has just gained some experience, and so he might be above 58 now, but his cap is 62. So there's a player I got, the last sort of player I was awarded, which we'll cut to here. Actually before I cut to it, you'll see here, I don't know what all these do. I don't care that I'm leveling up as a manager and stuff. Like, it doesn't seem to get me anything, but here you see I got stars towards a player. I'm going to get Pablo Mari, and great. So I don't really need another centre back, but yeah, that's fine. I guess I could do with I don't know, fullbacks are okay, but it's maybe where I could do with a bit of a few more options. So I'll cut to when I last got a player now, and this is who you're getting, and that's great. The problem is if I then went and leveled him up, as you'll see here, I have to take out the guy who was actually one of my best players, if not my best player, and sort of sacrifice him because to level up my my new player, who is called Mollet or Mollet, because he's French. Florent Mollet. His potential cap is 67, whereas I maxed out my other guy. So even though the other guy has a higher rating currently, it was worth sacrificing him, or I felt it was worth sacrificing him to get Mollet up the increase his stats and hopefully get there. So in the same way, I'm not playing Bernardo Silva, who is potentially ridiculously good on the game, but Shola Shorter is I'm going to need him next year when oh, not Shola Shorter, sorry, it's Dallo, isn't it? Not Dallo, Diallo. Amad Diallo. His potential cap is 70, and I'm going to need him next year because Bernardo Silva will go. So I'd rather have a level 70 player than a level 60 player. So yeah. So we'll do another game. We're playing. This is just a normal match. There's nothing sort of special against it's Boa. I think it's Portugal. Lisbon, maybe. Wait. I might be showing my ignorance there. Let's edit it. There's a very obvious different country pronunciation or something, then you'll know I've got that wrong. But yeah, there's as well as the career mode, which is where I've spent most of my time, the vast majority of the time. I've spent like 20 hours on this. It said like 24, but I think I've left it just sort of idle for a bit. So let's say sort of 20, 22. There's essentially copies of the Premier League and the Champions League. I think the FA Cup, the FA Cup, but they're in like world mode or something like that, and they run on separate save than they run on a separate save than the career mode, which is good. That's nice. It does that. So it does offer. I mean, it's more of the same, but I suppose you could change the camera angles for that to have a different way of playing, a different feel to it. I've mainly been playing on number 5. Also, I'm playing on just left it on the middle one, which I think is casual in terms of the controls at the start, or the controller options. I don't know what I assumed that was, but I think that might just be the difficulty. I don't drop many points in a season, but equally this is, like I said, I've been playing it so long. This is it's ridiculous. It's such a long career mode for what it is that maybe making it more difficult for yourself, whilst it might make it more interesting to play, you're going to be playing it a lot longer, and which is not necessarily the worst thing. It shows where there is a... where's he going? Shoulder! Oh dear! In terms of things I don't like about it, like I said, that how limited it is in terms of... There's no transfer market. There's no... the way you level up is so limited. So you get man of the match, but as far as I can tell, there's no real way to influence who gets man of the match. And I've had games where the keeper's not touched the ball, but in fact I think the last game I don't think the keeper touched the ball, yet he got man of the match. So that seems a bit... I mean, it's good. If it's random, then great, because it means everyone can level up. But... yeah, it does seem a bit like, I don't know, if I can't influence it in any way, it just seems... Ooh, come on, Johnny. Well done. Like, I don't know. It'd be nice to have a little more control over over who and... Oh, it's not where I need to go. Oh, well, whatever. Over leveling certain players and stuff. It'd be nice to have an influence on things, and you can sell players, but you sell them for those blue points that you get, and I don't know what those points are for beyond just when you manage to level someone up, it'll cost 300 points or something. But it's so rare that you get to level someone up that you've got thousands. So who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I've got plenty. I don't need to be careful with them. So yeah, it means that what you're watching is kind of the game, and it's fine, but it just... Oh, hey, that's a bit of a shame for the keeper, that one, isn't it? But yeah, I do like it. Sort of lets you potentially build the squad if you win these sort of Africa Cup. So I missed out on I've completely blanked on his name. There's a United third choice goalkeeper, and a lot of the other United teams that I've played against on this have that player, and yeah, that's sort of a nice touch that you can sort of build out the squad. So yeah, you'll see now that someone's going to level up. Oh, so we got the win streak coming up as well, so match 11, which is basically you get a when you win a match, you unlock a card, but it'll say like, look, if you play another match, you'll get this type of card. If you play a match after that, you get this type of card. So it's sort of gambling that you're going to think yourself. As you can see, I've leveled up this guy. He's now up to 61. It's pretty handy. Here's those points. I got 64 points. I've got 6,598. Who gives a shit? Why do I need that many points? They don't do anything. I'm now level 27. I've got some more experience. Who cares? It doesn't do anything. So there's stuff there that feels like it's just added to. It's this sort of grubby side of gaming, that sort of bad psychology side of it. I should know the guy. I did a psychology degree. I should know the. It's not Pavlov. It's another one. It's bothering me. Rang the bell. No, that was Pavlov's dog. Whatever. Yeah. So Skinner box stuff. It's that sort of bad psychology. It's like, hey, numbers have gone up. That's great, isn't it? Hey, look at this thing. Now you got some points. We got these. Whoa. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it just needs to be. It needs to be meaningful. That's the problem I've got with this career mode. Is it needs to be meaningful. There's nothing here to engage with. Like, okay, it's table, but so what? Like, so I think, like I say, I think these might be real teams or real people. I don't know. Top players for the last 7 days. Am I in there? Nope. 24 hours. Okay, so we're against Gillingham. Okay, unlucky. I don't know what this is, but this is where I think the always online stuff comes from, and I don't know. Milana Doom. I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm second. Cool. Hey Roger, good captaining. You're doing very well. But you see, maybe like, we're not loads of people playing the game at the minute. So yeah, I wish there was more to it. I wish there was more stuff you could engage with, because like you press the start there, just that's that. Yeah, so we'll do one more, but I just wish there was a bit more to do. The always online thing. I can't go back. I was going to show the squad. The always online thing, I think, it's a shame, because I bought this and I was playing it on the Steam Deck, and it runs great on the Steam Deck, I should say. It really, really does. And I was thinking, well, this would be a great commute game, because they're short games, they're quick. I just chip away at the career, and before you know it, I'll have a season done, and I won't have just had to sit there playing it all night. And because like I said, I've played. Oh, this seemed pretty good. Yeah, it's not the. It's not going to be the worst way to sort of get through. In fact, it's going to be quite enjoyable to put through. And then I think I was playing it in bed, and the Steam Deck, I must have nodded off something. The Steam Deck went to sleep and lost connection to the internet, and I got kicked out of a game, lost the game 3-0. I think this is what happened because, like I said, I was I was a bit asleep, yeah, like, and then it put me in this like friendly thing. And I thought, oh, I'm in this like friendly tournament or something where I'm managing all these different teams. So I just carried on playing it. So I was like, I don't want to stop this, in case it. I was just chipping for it, and like, no, it just. But again, I might have just like pressed some buttons in my sleep or something. I don't know. But that was how I learnt that there's an always online requirement, and I don't see why it's there beyond just to feed the club stuff, because you can't influence the career mode anyway. It's not like, oh, you're gonna be spamming the you're going to be breaking the transfer market in there or something like that. Like, none of that matters. So it just seems to be that you're going to feed the stats. So it sounds like they are adding an offline mode. I don't know if it's going to include the career mode as well. The comment. All right. Oh, I thought I was going on play then. The comment is a bit vague from the developer in terms of that, but there is an offline mode coming, because at the minute you can't play any of it. You have to log in at the start of the game. Like, it pulls all your save data, which is pretty handy if you're playing, Steam Deck and PC. But yeah, it's and it'll run on anything. I think you've got. I don't know if the thing's capturing it, but it's running at my monitor frame rate at the minute. It's 165, which is a bit unnecessary. Yeah, it's just, like I said, I just wish there was a bit more to it. So we'll finish this off, because I quite like it. It is good, and yeah, like I said, I just wish there was a bit more. I get that it's an arcadey sort of experience, but when you had more control over your team and what you did, because so if you look at my we need to go for a goal kick, but you'll see that my forwards are kind of offset, right? I can't set that. I've just got 4-4-2, and then it defaults to like a slightly deeper, and it does it with the centre halves as well, and it does it with the midfielders, where one will go slightly deeper than the other. So you see it there, my which defender was the one that was sort of more advanced, and yeah. So it'd be nice if you could sort of engage in some of that stuff without it going too realistic, I suppose. But yeah, like I said, it's just with the lack of any sort of management stuff, but the sort of transfer market and stuff like that, you got the argument that you'd be better off getting SWOS from GOG, and which I think I have, and playing that. Although I had issues running that on Steam Deck, but maybe playing it through EmuDeck or something. And yeah, it's a shame that there isn't a bit more of that and a bit more control. I quite like even just like you've got players more regularly, and you got them from the teams you beat, and you pick a random player and something, or you spent those points, and the more points, the blue points you get, you could buy cards using that from the teams you've played. And it's do you want to spend 1,000 points and you'll get a level 57 player or whatever? Like, maybe that's a way to do it or something, but just something to keep you sort of more engaged. But yeah, I won't keep you for the win streak, because you don't need to. But this is still a bit more freeform than I intended to be as a review. So I should say but I just wanted to be able to splice into keep it sort of fairly freeform, but splice into stuff like things that I'm talking about whilst I'm rambling on. Yeah, so I do think overall, I do recommend it. Sociable, it is fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. When they add the offline mode, I think it could be it's a good Steam Deck game if you're going to be playing in bed and on the couch and all that sort of stuff. So with the Euros on, it's been great. But yeah, when I like wanting to play on my commute into work or something like on the train, it's not the way. You can't do it. So yeah, I don't know. That's the sort of, it's just not quite where it should be. But if you're paying, I think the actual RRP is like £20 or something like that. I managed to get it for a lot less than that from CD Keys, and so I can't really complain. So I got my money's worth easy. But and yeah, I absolutely have got my money's worth from it. But it just is. It's a shame there isn't a little more, and what is for me the price I paid, a throwaway amount of money. It's not a problem. It's a bit of a. I'd maybe be a bit more frustrated if I'd bought it at full price. So, yeah, I don't know. I do recommend it though if you want to play a sort of arcade football game. It's certainly not a bad one, and if they keep working on it, it could end up being a really, really good one. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. As usual, what is more or less my catchphrase is. I'll do more of these. Don't worry. I'll be more diligent with these. But yeah, I'd quite like to do some more review stuff. So I need to. Yeah, there's been a few games I sort of itched to do a bit on. So maybe I'll go back and do some. But anyway, this has been Pick Up Play, and thanks for watching. And hope to see you soon.